Today, let's talk about how to strengthen the foot muscles. Ankle bone alignment test can tell if your ankle bones are aligned at the same height or not. Hi, this is Ina John, pedorthist and ankle bone alignment specialist. I am going to talk everything about the foot, its structure and mechanics, and how most structural and mechanical problems in our body are caused by the fallen foundation of our body, the fallen tarsal joint on top of the foot not many people know about. We all know when the foundation goes off, the entire structure goes out of alignment. So it's going to be easy to understand and make sense. And also, I was a Disney animator. Animators know how to analyze movement with weight and ground reaction force the foot has to handle every day. And also, I catch every subtle movement to draw out natural movement for the big screen. With that skill, I found subtle compensating behaviors our body does constantly due to the fallen tarsal joint. And I found out how to do the ankle bone alignment test, which we all should know how to do it. And the analysis of the foot from the animator's viewpoint is quite different from the other sources. So let's start. Hi, this is Ina John, pedorthist and ankle bone alignment specialist. Today, let's talk about how to strengthen the foot muscles. This includes tendons and ligaments. So now you can take your shoes off and start caressing your feet while listening. To exercise muscles, we move joints by flexing and extending muscles. But the joint should move within its range of motion. If the joints move without the alignment or out of its range of motion, it damages ligaments, tendons, and muscles, so weakens them all. So to strengthen foot muscles, we need to move foot joints within its range of motion. And where are the foot muscles and ligaments are located in the foot? Let's take a look. All the foot muscles are located around the tarsal joint. Tarsal joint is a group of small joints on top of the foot that forms the arch. And more than 90% of foot ligaments and muscles are located under the tarsal joint, here under the arch. Thicker muscles under the high medial arch, then under the low lateral arch. See how this is thinner muscle under the lateral arch. And less than 10% of foot ligaments and muscles are on top of the tarsal joint right here. We have just one thin layer of muscles on top of the tarsal joint around here, and short ligaments are attaching on top of the tarsal joint right here. And there is no muscle at all in the toes, just ligaments and tendons in the toes. And the function of these thick foot muscles under the tarsal joint is cushioning the body weight that falls to the bottom of the foot. Some people might think that the function of the foot muscle would be walking, but walking is done by mostly the leg muscles, not by the foot muscles. So to exercise foot muscles, we need to move this tarsal joint within its range of motion. Does anyone know how small the tarsal joint's range of motion? It's very tiny. It's about 1 to 2 millimeter of up and down range of motion. So it's kind of hard to see. Anyway, to exercise our foot muscles, we need to move this tarsal joint within its tiny range of motion. We don't want this tarsal joint to fall, so it moves out of alignment. Then how How do we move this tarsal joint within its tiny range of motion? There are two ways to move this tarsal joint within its range of motion. First, by walking with correct orthotics under the arch. We can find correct orthotics with ankle bone alignment test, which you can watch in different YouTube videos. This correct orthotics keeps the tarsal joint from falling and makes this tarsal joint to move up and down each step we make within its tiny range of motion. This automatically exercises the foot muscles just by walking, just like the other muscles are getting exercised just by walking too. But if we don't use the correct orthotics, this tarsal joint surely falls out of its tiny range of motion by our own body weight and goes out of alignment, overstretching the foot ligaments, tendons, and muscles under the tarsal joint and weakens them all. So when walking, the correct orthotics are necessary to strengthen the foot muscles. And another way to exercise the foot ligaments and tendons and muscles is flexing the toes up and down while lifting the foot in the air. So don't move the ankle joint, just move the toe joints. Flex the toes up and down, gently but as hard as you can. This method doesn't need orthotics since the tarsal joint doesn't carry the body weight. And while flexing the toes up and down, we can palpate with our fingers on the arch area, contracting and relaxing the plantar fascial ligaments down here under the arch. But not much of the muscle movement because the thick plantar fascial ligaments covering them all. Now let's exercise the foot muscles. Move your caressing hands away from your feet and start flexing the toes gently but as hard as you can, and extend as hard as you can. And you can feel the movement of the ligaments and muscles at the bottom of the arch. If there is cramps in the arch area, that could mean you have plantar fasciitis, the inflammation of this plantar fascial ligament due to the fallen tarsal joint. And cramps can happen in the toes also because fallen tarsal joint twists and pulls, overstretching the entire foot ligaments, tendons, and muscles. This can cause cramps when we exercise the foot. When this happens, flex the toes gently or massage the area until the cramps disappear. Using the correct orthotics, realign the fallen tarsal joint and both ankle bones at the same height. Then all the foot ligaments and tendons and muscles can be repositioned into their proper place with correct orthotics. So the foot ligaments and muscles can be exercised and strengthened properly with alignment. As the foot muscles get stronger, you'll be able to flex and extend the toes with more force without any cramps. Also, this toe flexing exercise helps the blood circulation at the bottom of the foot, thus benefits the circulation of our entire body because blood vessels are all connected. And foot massage can help the circulation too, but not really strengthening the foot ligaments and tendons and muscles. Still, most people do not use correct orthotics under the arch. So each step we make, this tarsal joints falls out of its range of motion, weakening and damaging the foot ligaments, tendons, and muscles. So let's start strengthening the foot muscles by walking with correct orthotics under the arch that keeps the tarsal joint within its range of motion, and that automatically strengthens the foot ligaments, tendons, and muscles. And also, whenever possible, flex your toes up and down, up and down, up and down to further strengthen the foot ligaments, tendons, and muscles. Okay? Bye for now. I published a couple books with many drawings for easy understanding. You can check them out on Amazon. Align both ankle bones at the same height. Oh, no smoking, please. So that the lame may not be disabled, but rather be healed. Hebrew 12:13. It was about how to strengthen the foot muscles.